This year, the adventure comes to you. The Library Summer Reading Program is going virtual. Here are some ways you can learn, grow, connect with us this summer. Your first step is to get a library card. If you don't have a library card, you can sign up online at ocls.info/card and we'll mail it to your home. You can still go on adventures.
Let the wild rumpus start.
Even if you're staying home. Be sure to read at least 20 minutes a day. Download the Beanstack app to make the experience more fun. You can earn badges for participating in our virtual challenges and for recording the books you read. Sign up for our virtual events and classes, which will be offered all summer long for children, teens, and adults. Be sure to visit ocls.info/SRP for a schedule of events, helpful links, our reading list, and more. Orange County Library System is your place to learn, grow, connect, no matter where you are.
Good morning. Hello, friends. Welcome to our summer reading program. My name is Silence, and I'm going to be your host today. This year, the summer reading program is completely online, and we have great activities and events just like this one planned all month long. To join in on the fun, you're going to need to do a few things. 1, you're going to want to sign up for your library card. 2, you're going to want to join Beanstack by creating an account at ocls.beanstack.org. And 3, you're going to want to register for our virtual events. We're challenging you to read for at least 20 minutes every day this summer and keep track of your minutes by logging them in Beanstack or using a paper tracker that you can pick up at any local branch. If you complete the challenge of reading a total of 600 minutes by July 24th, you'll receive a prize bag full of awesome goodies and be entered into the grand prize drawing. For more information about our summer reading program, to see our events calendar, and to check for book recommendations, please visit our website at ocls.info/SRP. And now it's time for the show. Since 1999, Orlando-based Atlantic Coast Theater has toured the United States, bringing fantastic live theater to young audiences and families. And today, they will be presenting scenes from their touring production of the Fairy Tales of Grimm. Okay, everyone, I hope that you're ready to have a lot of fun. And now we're going to welcome our very special guests.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome, welcome, welcome to today's performance by the Black Forest Melodrama Players. My name is Jacob Grimm, the 6th actor, manager of our company. I am the great nephew of the Brothers Grimm, who gathered some of Europe's most wonderful stories together and put them into books.
Blimey! It's hotter than a fire ant bum in July out there.
Wilhelmina.
I tried to check us into the local rooming house, but they won't take actors. Bad company, the man said.
Wilhelmina.
So I told him to take his prim and his proper and stay.
Wilhelmina!
What?
The audience is here. The show has already begun. You are late.
Well, I'll be a bouncing bullfrog's backside.
Oh.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen.
I've already done that part.
Oh, where are we then?
We must explain what a melodrama is.
Oh, right. Go on then.
Very well. Ladies and gentlemen, today's performance will be in the style of melodrama, a very popular style of theater in the 1800s. In a melodrama, the actors use big movements, big emotions, big
Mouths.
voices. I was going to say voices.
Oh, right. Voices.
Melodrama plays are filled with songs, and with comedy. In a melodrama, the good guy always wins, and the bad guy always loses.
It's like the way we all want real life to be, only bigger and louder.
And now, on to Act 1 of our play, one of the most beloved stories of the Brothers Grimm, the Grimm Town musicians.
I shall play the hero of our story, a donkey with a beautiful, beautiful singing voice. Ee-aw!
And I shall play two parts.
Ee-aw!
First, a poor farmer who has no money.
Ee-aw!
And secondly, I shall play the villain, a sneaky robber.
Ee-aw!
Now, in a melodrama, the audience must help the actors on stage by responding in certain ways to certain actions. So, when I play the villain, you must watch carefully. Whenever you see me twirl my mustache, you must hiss.
Like this.
But when I stop twirling, you must sit quietly again. Let us practice. Nicely done. And now on to our play.
Ee-aw, ee-aw, ee-aw. Good morning, farmer, my friend. Do you have any hay for me to eat today?
Not today, donkey.
Is it oats then? I love oats.
No, it isn't oats either.
A juicy apple?
Alas, no.
A crunchy carrot?
Not a carrot either.
Then what will you feed me?
Nothing. I have been robbed. Ha! All of my money has been stolen.
Oh!
And all of my crops too. I have no money to buy food for myself or my animals. You must leave my farm, donkey, and seek out your fortune on your own.
No!
I am done for.
Oh no, this is terrible. Ee-aw. I must find a way to earn a living. Ee-aw. But how? Ee-aw, ee-aw, ee-aw. I've got it. I can use my beautiful singing voice to find my fortune. I will travel to Birmingham and become a musician. Ee-aw, ee-aw, ee-aw.
And so the donkey
Ee-aw.
skipped down the long road toward Bremen town. Along the way, she met a dog sitting in the street, howling loudly like this. Howl! Now we must hear you howl like that, my friends. Ready? Howl!
Oh, you sound wonderful. You can come along with me.
And so the dog howled, and the donkey
Ee-aw.
both skipped down the long road toward Bremen town. Along the way, they met a cat high in a tree, meowing strangely like this. Meow. We must hear you meow like that, my friends. Ready? Meow.
Oh, you sound wonderful. You can come along with me.
And so the cat meow, the dog ow, and the donkey
Ee-aw.
all skipped down the long road toward Bremen town. Along the way, they met a rooster sitting on a fence, flapping his wings and crowing loudly like this. Cock-a-doodle-doo! We must hear your cock-a-doodle-doo, my friends. Ready? Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Oh, you sound wonderful. You can come along with me.
And so the rooster, cock-a-doodle-doo! The cat, meow! The dog, ow! And the donkey,
Ee-aw.
all skipped down the long road toward Bremen town.
Oh, my friends, what a wonderful band of musicians we shall be. I shall be the leader of the band. So, whenever I tell you to, I want you to do your part as loud as you can. I'll go first. Ee-aw, ee-aw, ee-aw. And now for the dog. Let's hear you go, ow! Wonderful. And now the cat. Meow. Oh, so beautiful. And for the rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Oh, you sound so good. We shall be wonderful, but I think that we should practice again so our music sounds perfect for the people in Brementown. But this time, let's do all of our parts in a row as loud as you can. Start with the donkey. Ee-aw, ee-aw, ee-aw. And now the dog. Ow! And now the cat. Meow. And now the rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Oh, you sound so good. But I think that we should get some rest for the night. Maybe in that house over there.
This house makes the perfect hideout for me. I can keep all of my stolen money here. And my gold. And that dumb farmer's crops.
Oh no! This is a robber's house! Ee-aw! He is the one who stole from my dear friend the farmer. We have to find a way to get him out of this house so that we can return the stolen goods to my friend, the farmer.
It is getting dark outside. I think I will blow out the candles and lay myself down to sleep.
I have a plan, my friends. I think we should use our wonderful musical talents to get rid of that robber. Now, watch me for when I tell you to, and do your part as loud as you can. Let's start with the dog. Ow!
What was that? It sounds like wolves outside.
Let's do the cat. Meow.
That sounds like a door hinge squeaking. Someone is trying to get inside this house.
Let's do the donkey. Ee-aw, ee-aw, ee-aw.
A siren! The police must be coming.
And now the rooster.
The policeman is inside the house. He just said, I'm coming for you.
Now all in a row, start with the donkey. Ee-aw, ee-aw, ee-aw. And now the dog. Ow! And now the cat. Meow. And finally the rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
I must get away from this house before I am captured. Foiled again.
We've done it, my friends. That rubber is gone for good. Now we can send for my friend the farmer to take back his money and his crops so that we can be happy making music in Brementown.
Let us have a wonderful round of applause for you, our Brementown musicians. Clap and take a bow. And now, on to Act 2 of our play, our Olio, our operatic enchantment, our musical interlude, our...
He means the part where we sing. The olio is the song.
Yes, quite so. For the Olio, I shall play the concertina, while we are enchanted by our songbird, Wilhelmina, with a song version of the classic Brothers Grimm story, Rapunzel.
Long ago, far away, once upon a time, Mother Gothel had a garden that she pruned with pride. But her neighbor stole a lettuce, so she stole their child. She called the girl Rapunzel, and she hid her from sight. A child for a head of lettuce. I hope that lettuce was tasty. Rapunzel grew lovely and Rapunzel grew tall, locked in a high tower with no stairs at all. Her hair grew so long to the ground it would fall. To climb to the top, Mother Gothel would call. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Like a ladder, I'll climb it high up there, up to the tower without any stair. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Maybe lettuce is good for making your hair grow.
Wilhelmina.
One day a prince rode through the forest so green. He'd heard Mother Gothel's calling evil and mean. But the fairy at the lips, her face he had seen.
So beautiful and lovely, she would make a perfect queen.
So he waited until Mother Gothel had gone. He crept to the tower and stood on the lawn. He looked up and saw the green so long, and he called out the rhyme that he'd heard like a song.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Like a ladder, I'll climb it high up there, up to the tower without any stair. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Ow!
The prince climbed high on the lovely hair rope. When he reached the high tower, to Rapunzel he spoke.
I am a prince, you are lovely, and I truly hope you'll marry me.
Oh,
We'll elope
woo.
and escape with this rope.
He doesn't waste any time, does he?
Ha-ha!
At last it was time, they were ready to go. The rope was strong, but their love was also. Soon Rapunzel would leave, and the world she would know. But then they heard the horrid voice of Mother Gothel below. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, where is your man? I know he is there. I can smell him, I can. I'll crawl out his eyes and I'll end your plans. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, where is your man? Oh, there's gonna be trouble now. Mother Gothel rose up, showing sharpened claws. She is mine, she said. She won't leave these tower walls. She scratched at his eyes with a violent growl. Out the window she pushed him. To the ground he did fall. Mother Gothel laughed wickedly with hate in her heart, but Rapunzel grabbed the But Mother Gobble, she got what was coming to her, eh? My prince, where are you, my love? Mother Gobble is trapped in the tower above. No more she will harm us, she has done enough. My prince, where are you, my love?
Rapunzel, I cannot see. My eyes, they are blind by the thorns of this tree. But the sound of your voice makes me feel so free. Rapunzel,
Yes?
Rapunzel,
Yes.
I cannot see.
At the sight of her love so blinded and pained, Rapunzel's tears fell down like rain into the prince's eyes, darkened and stained. The prince could see.
I can see.
His sight was regained. Love and devotion the prince did give. Rapunzel loved him, her heart was his. Because of love, their voice is so weak. Happily ever after, they both did live. Happily ever after, they both did live.
Let's have a round of applause for the lovely Wilhelmina.
And you can clap for Jacob too.
Thanks so much, everybody. We are the Atlantic Coast Theater for Youth from Orlando, Florida. My real name is Don.
And my real name is Noelle.
And normally we travel all over the United States doing performances like this one from the Fairy Tales of Grimm. But this summer we're doing things a little differently. We're getting to stay at home and socially distantly provide you some theater, but still have you there enjoying classical theater styles. This show was in the style of melodrama, and melodrama plays were really popular about 150 years ago. This was a time before we had TV. There were no movies. There was not even radio back then. So audiences weren't used to seeing actors really up close. They were used to seeing actors very far away. So the actors used big movements and big emotions and big loud voices to express their characters. So we're going to have you guys at home do a little acting exercise with us and learn a little bit about melodrama. And I think we even have a volunteer there at the Orange County Libraries. I think Miss Silence is going to come on and be a volunteer with us. There she is right there. Now, actors, when we start rehearsing for a play, we have to learn our lines from the script. The script is just the words on the page. And I wrote the script for this show, and Noelle and I have to go and learn those lines. So we're going to give you a line that you need to learn. But when you're learning the line, you can just say the line without any feeling.
Right, just say it as yourself. It's
Yep.
important for actors to know how they say a line just as themselves.
Just practicing the line. So here's your line. Your line is going to be, "It's my birthday." Everybody just say that.
It's my birthday.
Very good.
Yes,
very
good.
Excellent. Now, if you're in a melodrama play, you would have to say that same line with a big movement, a big emotion, and a big loud voice. Now, if it's your birthday, you're probably pretty excited and pretty happy. So you're going to say it in a melodrama style. I'll give a demonstration, and then we'll have everybody at home do it along with Miss Silence. Here's mine. It's my birthday. Okay, get ready, everybody.
It's
my birthday.
Wonderful, wonderful. But actors also have to be able to act in realistic styles nowadays. So you can say the same line with the same feelings, but in a more realistic way. It might be more like this. It's my birthday. Let's try that.
It's my birthday.
It's my birthday.
Very good, very good. So what's another line we can do?
Well, sometimes you have to play different emotions. We just played very excited, but we also might have to play something kind of sad. So our line for this sad thing, and just say the line, just don't put any emotion with it yet, is I dropped my cookie. Try that.
I dropped my cookie.
Good. Now, that's your line. I dropped my cookie. But I want you to think about doing it in a melodrama style. Big emotions, big movements. So it might be something like, I dropped my cookie. Try that.
I dropped my cookie.
Cookie!
Very good. But actors also have to be able to act in a realistic style. So think about the same emotions. You're still sad about your cookie, but just do it in a more realistic style. So I might be like, I dropped my cookie. So try it.
I dropped my cookie.
Very good.
Very good. Now, in the Brementown musician scene that you saw us do, you got to see me play the villain, the sneaky robber. And villains and bad guys like that were very popular to have in melodrama shows. And they'd have this long mustache. And
the audience would hiss at them every time they came on.
And so we're going to have you say one of the lines that I said in the show. I can hide my gold here. Everybody just say that.
I can hide my gold
here. Got it.
But if you're going to play the bad guy, let me grab his hat. His hat is right over here.
It's very important to have the hat and the mustache.
So, the mustache. Now, you don't have your mustache, but you could make one at home, actually.
Yes.
When we get done here, you could, Miss Hunt, when you get done, you can make your own mustache and your own hat there. This one's actually connected so that it lines on there with elastic, and I can just put it on just like that. But you could find any kind of way to do that with some string or something.
I can tell you that my sister and I, we used to put on melodrama plays for my parents, and I would always play the bad guy, and I would draw on the mustache with my mom's makeup.
Yeah, check with your mom first.
Yes, check with her first.
So we're going to do the same line. I can hide my gold here, but in a melodrama way with the twirling of the mustache in a very evil way. Here's my version. I can hide my gold here. Now, you guys ready?
I can hide my gold here.
Very nice. But you don't have to be a big melodrama bad guy to play this evil sort of character. You can still do it in a more realistic way. It might be more like this. I can hide my gold here.
I can hide my gold here.
Very nice, very nice. Now, there are all kinds of lines that you can practice this way. If you're rehearsing for a play, sometimes it's helpful to do a really big melodrama style when you're practicing and then find out what the director actually wants on stage. Because sometimes it's between very realistic and a big melodrama, but it's enough to expand to the whole audience. Now, we are going to hand things back over to Miss Silence with the Orange County Libraries because I think we're going to take some questions from everybody at home.
Yeah, that was amazing. I love nothing more than waking up in the morning and being like, how can I be as melodramatic as possible? So that was a lot of fun. I appreciate it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So everybody that's watching at home, if you have some questions for them, please pop them in the chat and I will read them out loud so that they can answer. And to give you guys a few minutes to think about some things, I'll just start out with one.
Perfect.
So what I want to know is, what is your all-time favorite fairy tale?
Okay, so I have a definite all-time fairy tale. I had a book when I was a child of Hans Christian Andersen's The Snow Queen. And it is by far, it's your favorite too?
It is, yeah.
It's great. So it is by far my favorite of all the fairy tales. And I loved my book that I had that my parents had given me. The pictures were gorgeous. But the thing that I loved the most was about the message. Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales had lots of lessons and lots of messages. And they all dealt with matters of the heart. And in The Snow Queen, it's all about not freezing your heart and not closing yourself off. And I just loved the message. So when I was little, I would read the book all the time. And then I would have all of my friends, we would get together and we would pretend the Snow Queen. And I always told them that I wanted to play the Snow Queen because I could do the evil eye. But it is by far my favorite. And a few years ago, we actually wrote a version of the Snow Queen for us to tour. And it was such like a dream come true, because from the time I was a child, loving that book, until being a professional actor and getting to create a musical where John wrote the script and I wrote the music, it was just a dream come true. So
yeah, gosh, it's hard for me to pick because I love a lot of different fairy tales and the stories that they tell and the lessons, because fairy tales often teach lessons, and that's kind of an important thing for us. And we've done a lot. This is our 20th year of performing our theater with Atlantic Coast Theater. So we've over the years done a lot of stories that are based in fairy tales, and we've done a lot of non-fairy tale stories as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
and for other theaters as well.
Yeah. Another Hans Christian Andersen story that I really like is the Steadfast Ten Soldier, sometimes called the Brave Tin Soldier. Yeah. But we did an adaptation of that years ago, and that was actually the first Hans Christian Andersen that we adapted. And I really like that story because it's about a toy soldier who has a broken leg, and he has to kind of overcome that to be able to be the hero. And I really like what that says, and it's all about the importance of love and about giving yourself to help others. And I really like that story. It's kind of the original Toy Story as well. So you don't have Woody and Buzz, but you've got the toy soldier. And in our version, we had like a renegade rat, like a G.I. Joe rat character who was like an action figure who was the bad guy. So I really like that.
Oh my God, those are amazing. I love it that you love the Snow Queen. I can say that my librarian, when I was very small, I was probably in like first grade. She actually I kept reading the book over and over and over again. And she was like, you have to leave it here and check out a different book so that another kid can read it. So I feel you on how awesome that one is. Yeah. So that just made my heart just explode. I love it. So the kids are asking another question. They wanted to know, do you like playing heroes or villains more?
Okay, so I like playing both. We have the joy in our theater because we are known for across the country of playing a lot of different characters and being able to do that we have the opportunity to get to play heroes and villains all the time. And I think that playing the bad guy is really fun. It is absolutely fun to play the bad guy. I love playing a hero who has to have a journey. I prefer stories where the hero has to learn things by the end, and that they don't start off being just this perfect character that they have to learn, because that's the way it is with all of us. None of us are perfect, and we all want to learn from lessons and to try to think about how to make the world a better place. So I like playing both. What about you, Don?
I like playing a bad guy. I mean, it's fun, it's like to get to play the snivelly evil character in this. And mostly for me, you've got a lot of stories have the hero and the villain. You've got those two.
Star Wars.
And like when I was little, the first plays I ever made were with my action figures, my Star Wars action figures, and you kind of have them. I'd make plays with them, but I kind of like the bad guys as well with that. Like they're fun. Like you could explore what that is. But for me as an actor, sometimes you've got hero and you've got villain, and then you've got all these other characters that fill in the story. And for me, those are, I consider myself a character actor. Like I can play lots of different characters. And that for me is kind of sometimes the most fun, like these comic characters that get really interesting and develop that way. I think that's a lot of fun.
Oh, I love that. So another question they have are, do you make your own costumes or your own backdrops?
Okay, so I'll start with talking about the backdrops. Our scenery is created by a scenic artist. Her name is Robin Watts, and she is amazing. She has done our sets and scenery for years. She's also been used to work for the Orlando Shakespeare Festival. She's done all sorts of scenery for different theaters across the country. She's just an amazing painter. So if you like to draw or you like to paint, being a scenic artist could be a job that you might want to do one day, because if you like to draw on a piece of paper or on a canvas, you like to paint, the only difference is instead of being small, that scenic artists have to paint scenery that is big so that the actors can play in front of it. So that could be a job that you might want one day.
Yeah, in fact, when Robin paints scenery, she has to use a paintbrush on a long stick so that she can see what it looks like from far away, as well as close up, because the audience sees from far away. Our costumes, in some shows, we do make our costumes. So like we have a version of the Reluctant Dragon that's running right now. And if you can go to our website and see different pictures from different shows throughout the years. And so like I built that dragon costume and that took me like 80 hours of sewing to build that costume. Yeah. So sometimes we will do that when it's a very specialized thing, but some costumes we're able to have made for us. So we actually were able to get Noelle's lovely, her kind of melodrama 1800s ensemble here made for us by professional costume makers. And it's interesting, like sometimes as an actor, we can find things at different places. Like I bought this at a tuxedo shop years ago. I think somebody had like a Western themed wedding. And this jacket has been like the best jacket for me. I've used it in so many different shows. So men's clothing, and actually like I was able to buy the pants just at a regular store, like, you know, like a TJ Maxx or something like that, because you're able to, men's clothes don't really change that much over time, even from 150 years ago.
But I can tell you a sweet, sweet story is that this is kind of a neat thing about Don's family, is that Don needed to be able to sew for a show that we were doing. And his grandmother taught him how to sew. And so she gave him the lessons so that he could do this and to eventually make all of these fantastic costumes that we wear. It's all from those lessons that his grandmother taught him. And that can be something for you, is that find something that your mom or your dad or somebody that you love or your grandparents, find something that they love and let them teach you. And then it's amazing what you'll be able to do with those skills that you learned and maybe teach it to somebody else one day.
Oh my God, I love that. Yeah, I do. I love it. I love that you like built this community of different artists that can contribute to your productions. But I also love that you're carrying on these legacies of your grandmother, because she taught you these skills and you use them, and then you share that joy of creation with other people around you. That's fantastic. So we do have 2 more quick questions. So the first one is, when did you start acting and doing plays? And the second one is, do you think that kids can write their own plays, and when should they start acting and writing?
Yeah, great questions. Well, Noelle and I both started doing plays when we were in elementary school. Like my first play was in kindergarten. Actually, we did a class play, and Noelle's first play was
in second grade.
Yep.
But I'd been singing and playing instruments all of my life.
But we did plays all through elementary, middle school, high school. We both got involved we grew up in different towns. We're married now, but we grew up in different towns. I grew up in South Carolina.
And I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia.
And so we got involved in local community theater groups there. And we both went to college. I studied theater, acting, and writing in college.
And I studied music, voice.
And as far as writing your own plays, that's actually an activity that's in our study guide. If you guys go to our website, they're free to download. And that's something that we encourage you to do. We started out by making our own plays. My Star Wars plays, or Noelle's plays with her sister up on the fireplace as their stage. So yeah, sometimes you can write a story just from your imagination, make that a play. Or you can take one of your favorite stories and turn it into a play. That's called an adaptation. And the fairy tales of Grimm, that's adaptations of a number of different fairy tales that the Grimm brothers wrote down for us.
That's awesome. I hope that we have a bunch of kids that are going to go home and immediately start setting up a stage and writing their own productions. I think it would be fantastic. Awesome. All right. So I just want to thank you guys so much. Today was fantastic. We really appreciate it. So thank you for joining us today. And is there any last little things you'd like to say before we bid you adieu?
Well, I would like to say that, kind of going off of what you said, is that you all can use your imagination and create all kinds of things. Create plays, create visual art, create music, create dance. just create. And especially in a time like this where we are dealing with social distancing and everything, it's a wonderful time to use your imagination and to really, really, play and do fun things with your imagination.
We want to thank the Orange County Libraries. We also want to thank the State of Florida Department of Cultural Affairs. They awarded us Artist Performances on Tour grant, and the Florida Council on Arts and Culture for helping to sponsor these virtual programs this summer. And I know that right now you're seeing us on this little screen, but hopefully maybe next summer you get to come to the libraries and see us live and up on stage where we can share that magic of theater with the audience in the room. But until then, like Noelle says, keep creating.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you again for coming. We really appreciate it. This was absolutely fantastic.
Thanks.
So we're going to say bye, guys. Awesome. So I hope that you all enjoyed that. I know that I did. And if you'd like to hear more information about the Atlantic Coast Theater, please make sure that you visit their website, which is atlanticcoasttheater.com. I also want to thank all of you at home for joining us today. We have many more live events planned, and every Monday starting at 10 a.m. Next week, you're going to want to make sure that you join us to watch Jiggle Man, and you can find more information about that at ocls.info/SRP. And just as a reminder, please make sure that you are continuing your reading and that you're tracking all of your reading and activities in Beanstack. You can sign up for the account. It's at ocls.beanstack.info or .org. And as a reminder, if you have completed those 600 minutes of your reading challenge, you can now pick up a summer reading goodie bag at any of your local OCLS branches. Just make sure that you bring proof of your completion email from your Beanstack or your completed reading tracker. That's the paper reading tracker. Don't forget to tune in to our end of summer virtual party. That's going to be on Saturday, August 1st at 2 p.m. We're going to celebrate the amazing summer that we've shared together. We're going to have some special surprise guests, and we're even going to announce the winners of our grand prize giveaways. So make sure that you visit ocls.info/end of summer for all of the details on that. And finally, we would love to have your feedback about how today's virtual event went. So please complete our survey. You can do it both in English and Spanish at your convenience. We're going to put the links in the chat for you. And again, I just want to thank you all for joining us today, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to be the first to find out when we have new fun and informative videos for you. Orange County Library System is your place to learn, grow, connect.